Festive vibe. 2. Scorching heat. 3. Peak season. 4. Fantastic experience. Point 5. High school entrance exam. 6. Luxury items. 7. Expensive items. 8. Minimalist. Point 9. Marble texture. 10. Butter buttery. 11. Marvelous. 12. Fully equipped kitchen. 13. Squander. Point 14. Flashy. Point 15. Show off. 16. Inherit. 17. Inheritance. Legacy. 18. Inheritor. Legatee. 19. Legator. 20. A rapidly changing world. 21. Vary from person to person. 22. Necessitate being. 23. Necessity. 24. Necessary for SB tarted 25. Practical. Impractical. 26. Wagyu steak. 27. Luxury. Luxurious. 28. Be considered a crime. Part 1. Topic Summer.
1. Is summer your favorite time of year?
It used to be my favorite time when I was a student, but now as a worker it no longer is because I just don't have a holiday this season as I used to. Now I think I prefer winter because it has a bit of a festive vibe. You know, Christmas and New Year's Eve are both in this season. 2. What do you do in summer when the weather is very hot?
Stay indoors and take a shower 4 to 5 times a day. The temperature in Hanoi can reach around 50 Celsius degrees during the hottest days in summer. Trust me, you don't want to go outside during those days or else you'll be roasted under the scorching heat.
3. Do you go on holiday every summer?
I did, when I was a student. But not anymore because this is usually a peak season, so most tourist attractions will just be too crowded. I prefer taking a few days off in autumn or winter when there are not many people traveling so that I can fully enjoy the peace during my holiday.
4. Did you enjoy the summer holiday when you were at school?
Depends on where I went to and what I did. For example, when I was in grade 8, my father took me to Thailand, and it was a fantastic experience. But in the following year, I had to spend the whole summer cramming for the high school entrance exam, and it was no fun at all.
Part 2. Describe a luxury item you want to own in the future. You should say, what item you would like to own, what this item looks like, why you would like to own this item, and explain you think you will ever own this item.
As a minimalist, I've never thought of owning something luxurious since I don't really need that kind of thing. But if I have to choose an item like this, it's gonna be a fridge full of Wagyu steak. I know it's a bit weird to wish for food items like this, but trust me, this meat isn't something you get to see every day. The price of this meat is about $300 per kilo, so a fridge full of it can cost anywhere from $300 to $900, quite a lot for food. This steak looks very much different from the ordinary steak you find in a restaurant. The fat is evenly distributed among the meat, which creates a fantastic marble texture. This also creates a unique buttery taste, and this steak can make you feel as if it melts in your mouth. You know, I have a special interest in food and beverage, so having a fridge full of this marvelous food is more than just a dream. Just imagine the feeling of being able to grill or pan-sear this steak in a fully equipped kitchen to rare or medium rare. That'd be amazing. You know, making this steak well done or ruining it in any way should be considered a crime. I think that having this item in the future is within my reach since $900 or $10,000 isn't too much for me. I think I can earn this amount of money in a year or 2. However, I won't buy it until I have my own restaurant since it's quite a waste when just cooking all of this at home.
Part 3. Topic: Expensive item.
1. Which expensive items would many young people in your country like to buy?
From my observations, the majority of teenagers and young adults in Vietnam really like squandering their money on things like mobile devices, fashion items, and vehicles. I've met some high school and university students who spend thousands of dollars getting themselves the latest iPhones, shoes, or motorbikes. Personally, I will never buy any of those things.
2. How do the expensive items that younger people want to buy differ from those that older people want to buy?
I think the main difference lies in their purposes of buying those items. Young people tend to buy something flashy so that they can show off their wealth to other people. Old people, on the other hand, tend to put their money on something more practical, things that actually bring them money in return, like a house.
Point 3. Do you think that people are more likely to buy expensive items for themselves or for their friends?
It depends, but I think in most cases people will think of themselves first. There are people who buy very expensive gifts for their friends, but only when they have a lot of money and have already owned a lot of expensive things already.
Topic: Rich people.
1. How difficult is it to become very rich in today's world?
It depends on who you are. If your parents are super rich, then of course you're going to inherit their wealth and become super rich too. But if you start off being just a normal person, like me, going from normal to very rich can be quite a long way, especially in a rapidly changing world like nowadays. If we're not flexible enough, it's going to be very, very hard for us to become rich.
2. Do you agree that money does not necessarily bring happiness?
I completely agree. I know a lot of people who are very wealthy but have never felt happy, even just for a single moment in their life. The definition of happiness varies from person to person. Having a lot of money is important, but it doesn't always bring happiness.
3. In what ways might rich people use their money to help society?
In whatever way they want, say charity or donation. It's their money, so they should have the right to decide what to do with it. A lot of people say they need to do this and that, but I just think, who are we to decide that?